Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel ACS2. And today we are here with the most awaited video, Weekly Horoscope. Yes, you are all waiting. I know the week starting from 18th Feb to 24th Feb. This week will be for you people. Let's welcome Akash Chauhanji from Calgary, Canada. Namaskar, Akash ji, Ram Ram.
Namaskar, Rohit ji, Ram Ram. All the best for everyone for this week. Acha
All
weekend.
people waiting for you and this weekly horoscope.
Yeah, but before that, there is a good news, Rohit ji, which you want to share.
Oh, yes. The good news is that Akashji, starting again the astrology classes after the first batch. This is a second batch launching after so many requests, mails in the live and after WhatsApp messages from 9th of March 2024. A new astrology for beginners course is launching, and you have just to contact on this WhatsApp number or on this mail ID. Team will contact you and brief you everything regarding these classes. So wait is end for those who want to learn from Akashji. Thank you, Akashji, for listening to all the family members of AC Astro. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rohit ji. Let's move on to the weekly horoscopes here quickly. From 18th to 24th Feb, horoscope step by step. So for Aries ascendant, let's talk about Moon. It was exalted. Now it is getting into Gemini from 18th of February. Moon gets into the third house. Here, the fourth house lord is sitting 12 from itself. So there can be some kind of challenges in the home area, especially related to some expenses that you can be doing in your house or in your house, daily house activities. In fact, those people who have older mothers might be also going through challenge or may go through challenge here. They might have to suddenly help their mother in terms of their her well-being, which is what is happening. Then a bigger transit is happening. It's called Mercury enters into Aquarius. Now Mercury is a very important planet, the owner of the third house, and exactly going to the 11th house. So due to your communications, due to your social network, due to your colleagues, there can be some gains. So this is the time for a little bit of money. Uh, but because sixth house lord is sixth from itself, health has to be taken number one in consideration, especially fatigue, especially anything related to skin, anything related to eyes, anything related to hair, nails, things like that. Because Saturn, this is the house of Saturn. Saturn is Mool Trikon here right now, very powerful. Saturn and Sun has made a conjunction here. Mercury will come here and get combust. So lot of things happening when Mercury enters into Aquarius. So we have to be careful in a way. But gains, yes, Mercury is going to give you gains through communication. That is the more positive thing that can happen. And there can be some travel also due to some kind of business activities. Because if you see, the third house is Lord is sitting ninth from itself. Okay, so there can be some kind of travel. Then Moon enters into its own sign, which is very, very comfortable sign for Moon. If your mother had a little bit of hiccup or any problem in your home, now this is the time you'll be able to solve it. There will be some good news coming to your way. And especially those people who are wanting to buy property or wanting to buy car, there can be some progress in that area as well, because Moon is being aspected by Mars, but Mars is putting a debilitated aspect. Mars is still exalted here. That means Aries people are in too much power. That is what I can say. Then Moon enters into Leo, and Moon enters into Leo. It's a very good sign. Those who are trying to gain something from, like those who are into business like real estate, those who are into business like commodities, those who are into any kind of food business, there's going to be a lot of gains. Those who are also connected to any kind of IT or any kind of thing related to research, because the Mars eighth aspect is also on the fifth house, so you will get some kind of very, very excellent good news for this week. All the best, man. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and Rohit ji will tell you some good news.
Yes, and excellent good news is for those people who want to learn astrology. You are living in anywhere in this part of world. What you have to do, you have to just contact Akashji on this number, WhatsApp number or mail ID. Sitting at your home in a comfortable environment, you can learn astrology from Akashji online. This is astrology for beginners course, and starting from 9th March, enrollment is already started. we again telling we're not going to take more than 30 students. So enrollment is going on. When 30 will okay, we will close then next batch. So hurry up.
Yes, Rohitji. All the best for everyone. Let's move to Taurus Ascendant. For Taurus Ascendant people, when we talk about February, um, 18 to 23rd, this is what is going to happen. So Moon enters into Gemini. Now Gemini here, it is the second house. A third house lord has come second from itself. That means the effort that you're putting can be little bit in the wrong area of your life. So you have to make sure that the effort is more on family, more on things like your speech, controlling your speech, trying to be very nice or trying to speak nicely. On the other hand, any investments that you're doing, and especially on any kind of assets, is going to bring you good results. Right now we think that, oh, it's just waste of money, or we just got this, we just bought this, it's not worth it. But because Moon is also going to travel, then you will find the real use of the investment that you're doing. So investments is okay, but make sure that all the investments are done for a long term goal, not for short terms. Because here, remember, during this time, Taurus ascendant people, those who are into speculation, they might be going through losses, or their stock market would be down, or not so much because of Ketu in the fifth house. So sixth, yeah, in the fifth house, in the sixth Rashi. So you have to be very careful. But second house Moon, uh, in Lal Kitab, when we talk about the red book, it is exalted in the second house. So here in the second house, the energy of Moon is good, but still it is sitting 12th from the third house. So be very careful in terms of communication, speech. Don't speak something very, very sensibly. That is what is important. Then Mercury enters into Aquarius. This is a very big transit of Mercury. Mercury enters into the 10th house for you. The second house lord is in the 10th house. So exactly what do we get? We get some kind of monetary benefit from our from our career, from our business. That is where we get some kind of monetary benefits. In fact, your status, your because of the monetary benefit that you might get here, your status also increases in the society. Because a royal planet like Sun is now sitting here, and the planet of judgment Saturn is making a conjunction, it is another very, very good news for you. Because Mercury here is comfortable with Saturn the most, and Sun, it is always behind Sun. Every time it is very close to Sun. So Mercury is going to restore some kind of very, very good news for you. Also, the fifth house lord in the 10th house, it's a very good combination for your workplace. There's going to be some good news from your workplace that you will get during this week. Then Moon enters into Cancer. Now Moon entering into the Cancer, there is another possibility here. That possibility is specially related to your breakthrough in your communication, in the work related to your if you're in some interviews, if you're in some written test, this is going to be proving very, very beneficial for you. If you see, what is the third house? The third house is 10th from the sixth house. If you go to the sixth house and count, it is 10th. So that means any kind of status that you achieve from competition is this house. So that is why any results of the competition that is supposed to come, you will win in that. Then later, Moon enters into Leo. Now Moon enters into the fourth house here, restoring peace, happiness, luxury. And see, Moon is getting aspect of Mercury, Sun, and what we say, Saturn. If any kind of government work, any kind of work related to property, related to vehicle, any kind of government work that is stuck, it may happen now, and you may get some very, very good news, and which will make you very happy. So this is this week in a nutshell. Overall, if you talk about bigger planets, Jupiter is still in the 12th house. So in this case, your expenses may be on the rise. You must have done some kind of expenses, and well, it's good because Jupiter in the long run will give you very good results for the expenses. So overall, very good week. There is going to be Rahu in the 11th house, so you will keep gaining, gaining, gaining. Love life will be very good. Okay, Ketu brings the real love in your life during this time, because Ketu is a planet of detachment, but it is also a spiritual planet. So anyone who comes into your life during this time, or this few days, from when 30th of October, if someone has come into your life, it is all about Ketu, and it is all about attachment. It is all about real spiritual bliss that you will find in relationships. That's for Taurus Ascendant, and Rohitji has some very good news for you.
Yes, and the real spiritual bliss for all is here. Yes. Those who want to learn astrology from very beginning, sitting at their home comfortably from Akashji. This is very easy now. Note down his WhatsApp number and mail ID. Send your details. Team will contact you, brief you everything about classes. This is just a blissful spiritual opportunity for all people. So most welcome. And these classes are starting from 9th of March. Enrollment already started.
Thank you, Rohitji. Moving on to Gemini ascendant here, Moon will enter into Gemini into the Lagna, and Lagna Lord is in the eighth house. So little bit of challenge from 18 till 20 because Moon here is sitting 12th from the second house. Here, that means you can get some kind of losses or some kind of things related to your speech. So what is important? Don't speak up during this period. From 18 to 20, be quiet because the Lord of the communication is in the eighth house. And the moon, the enemy for this Maraka, is exactly 12th from itself. So what do we need to do? Exactly be quiet. Nothing, no big movement at this time. And especially you don't put a lot of effort. Just calm down, relax. Patience is the key right now. Don't overdo because you will get into trouble. And in any aspect of your life. Then, as soon as Mercury enters into the ninth house, this is the time to take action because Moon is also ready to go into the second house. So, Mercury enters into the ninth house, Bhagyastan. Okay, here, if we Bhagyastan means the house of destiny. Now, from the Lagna, the first house, Mercury has entered into the ninth house. What does this mean? It means that whenever Lagna Lord will go into the ninth house, some things that are really stuck in your life will start picking up because of your destiny, because your destiny will allow it to, it'll open up. Whenever the Lagna Lord is in the ninth house, for any people who they will be more lucky than hard. Like they'll be not doing so much hard work, they'll be lucky overall just because of their placement of the Lagna Lord in the ninth house. So any Yoga Karka, any Lagna Lord, whenever in the ninth house, people are lucky. That is what is the bottom line. So luck begins for you. So what does it mean? Now February 20 onwards, luck really begins for Gemini ascendant people. So all the best. There will be, if you have any kind of opportunity to serve your father during this time, it is one of the most best thing that you can do. Then Moon enters into Cancer. Now here Moon is the second house lord, Maraka, as well as the uh, Karaka of wealth. That means Moon has all the power to get any kind of wealth for you. So here, if see, Lagna Lord is in the ninth house, so destiny is up. Wealth Lord in this wealth house, so that means there can be some kind of gains in the wealth. And because Jupiter is in the 11th house, so it is like one of a combination that you can just get like for a very few, like few days, like because it is Moon will move very fast. So during this time, any kind of investments, any kind of bigger decisions, any kind of thing related to commitment can be done, and this will bring you very good results in the future. Then Moon enters into Leo. Now when Moon enters into Leo, whenever the any kind of lord of the previous house is in progression and owns the previous house, it is going to bring you again good results. So from your speech, from your commitment, from your investments, from your family, you are going to get some benefits, and that benefits will lead into communication. Now one thing I was hearing and trying to learn about the third house is that anything that we post, written communication is third house, right? So anything that we post on social media is third house. So here, make sure that on social media be more discreet. I am going to Paris. Put all funny jokes and all, because people are jealous of your, well-being. They are not jealous of your jokes. They will laugh and say, "Oh, this person has nothing to do with jokes only." So make sure you have a different kind of face on social media where it is nothing personal. Life is shared. That is what you need to do during this period. Overall, Moon is getting an aspect of Jupiter, the fifth aspect, making Gaj Kesari Yoga. It is also getting aspect. Just imagine Moon is so powerful during this time. It is getting aspect of Saturn, Sun, Mercury, what we say, Mars, Jupiter. It's crazy. Moon has so much power that it's going to illuminate. There's going to be some very big communication thing happening in your life during this time. Just you, because it's in front of you, right? See now, Jupiter, fifth aspect, all the other three planets, Sun, Mercury, and Saturn, seventh aspect, and Mars is eighth aspect. So Moon is in extreme full power during this time. So make the best use of it. There's a WhatsApp link in the description if you want to go for personal appointments. And Rohit ji is going to share some very awesome good news with Gemini Ascendant people. So all the best and listen to Rohit ji, and then I'll be back. Rohit ji, your audio is mute.
Yes. My news is for all ascendant people, because from long few months we are getting mails and WhatsApp message, Akashji, I want to learn astrology. Now Akashji is little bit free from grace, because now tomorrow grace will be 1 month. So he's decided to start classes from 9th of March. This is astrology beginner classes. Anybody can learn sitting at house, any part of world. Just you have to contact at this WhatsApp number and mail ID. Team will contact you. You will be briefed about everything. So most welcome. Enrollment is already started.
Yes, all the best. Moving on to Cancer Ascendant. Now, when we talk about Cancer Ascendant this week, you see Moon, the position of Moon yourself. It is in the 12th house. And from the Lagna, whenever a planet goes in the 12th house, there are two good and bad things. Number one, if you're trying to hear something from a foreign country, yes, you may get some good news. Secondly, expenses related to foreign country. Maybe you book some tickets. Maybe you have to fly back very very urgently, depending on your dasha, antardasha, and things like that. This is what can might happen. Another thing is that whenever the Lagna Lord is 12th from itself, it is a time of expenses, and especially that expenses on yourself or because of your own decision or your own action. So get ready to do such kind of, such kind of things like expenses. But overall, it is just a very small period, because here the 12th house Lord, that is, Mercury, will go into the 8th house, making a Viprit Raj Yoga. Whenever a planet like this makes a Viprit Raj Yoga, and especially any planet that makes Viprit Raj Yoga, remember what is Viprit Raj Yoga. It means that beginning it will give you a little bit problem, later it will find the solution itself, and finally you will be able to come out of that problem. So if you are into any kind of problem, that will get a solution and you will come out of it. This is exactly what Viprit Raj Yoga is. Now, because the dispositor of the Lagna is in the 12th house, for a very very short period, like for one day, Mercury will not gain any kind of strength here also. So this is a very, very difficult, very dangerous yoga, by the way, when Lagna Lord is in the 12th house, as well as the 12th house Lord is in the 8th house. So it is a very difficult kind of a yoga. Now, only thing is that it is just there for few hours, so don't need to worry. It will just pass and Moon will enter into the Lagna. So the dispositor of the Lagna is in Lagna, very very powerful. Moon is going to be in very powerful situation, getting directly aspect from Venus, from Mars. It is one of the best. Whenever Moon will get aspect from Venus, so Venus considers Moon as enemy, and Moon considers no one enemy. So if Moon gives any aspect, it is very, very good. Moon is giving an aspect on the seventh house, very good. Moon is giving aspect on exalted Mars, very good, because Moon and Mars make Mahalakshmi Yoga. Okay, so there is going to be some money that can come from partnerships, but the problem will be with the power of Moon, because Venus is aspecting Moon, Mars is aspecting Moon. So here, what happens is that you're emotional, aggressive, as well as you will become emotionally aggressive. Like that means you will become very possessive about something, which you should avoid during this time. No being possessive, because this is just a very temporary phase of Moon being afflicted. Moon is afflicted, by the way. Whenever Mars is putting a debilitated aspect on Moon, okay, so it is afflicted. So your Lagna Lord is afflicted this week, beginning of the week from 18th till 23rd. You just be careful. It comes in the own house, but still it receives the aspect of Mars and Venus. But later, exactly after this, so what should we avoid? We should avoid ego. We should avoid any kind of hasty decision. We should not become emotional fool during this period. Okay, be practical. As soon as Moon enters into the second house, this is when the fun begins, because then if you are waiting for that time, you will now become very confident, and you will know what to speak, how to speak. Because if you see here, now this is the time that you will be doing research and speaking, because of the eighth aspect of Mars on the second house. Okay, look at Jupiter protecting the second house, putting in fifth aspect on the second house, and Moon makes a Gaj Kesari Yoga here. Then look at the eighth house, Saturn, Mercury, what do you say, Sun, all are looking in the 12th house, second house, sorry. So now here that means this is one of the best time when Moon is getting aspect of almost all the planets except Venus. So it is the second house. That means um, in terms of anything related to do with your family, in terms of investments, in terms of research, in terms of speech. This is one of the best time to speak something, make commitments, do investments, do research-based projects, or maybe spend some money, build some fixed assets, or decide to build some fixed assets. That is what would be most appropriate for you. So there's a WhatsApp link in the description. You can go there, and if you want personal appointments, you can book. But before that, Rohit ji has something very, very important to share with you. So all the best.
Yes, there is a time for one more investment, and the investment of your time and your efforts in astrology. If you are fond of astrology and want to learn astrology, if you are just a beginner, you don't know ABC even, this course is for you. From 9th of March, Akashji is starting this batch. Enrollment already started. What you have to do, contact on this mail ID and WhatsApp number. Team will contact you, brief you everything about this course, but you have to hurry up for this because enrollment is already started and we will have only 30 people batch strictly. So hurry up.
Yes, Rohit ji. Moving on to Leo ascendant. So for Leo ascendant, Moon is a 12th house lord. Okay, okay, and we say that Sun and Moon go together, but when you see that the ownership of Moon and the ownership of Sun both receive the 12th house. Now here, when we talk about Moon, especially, it is going to be 12th from itself. Okay, in the 11th house. So that means you can have some kind of losses or maybe spending or some kind of again travel plans, some kind of booking of tickets for a foreign country, or some kind of things related to social life, your networking. In your networking area, you have to be careful not to trust too much because there can be some challenges from that area. In fact, your goals, that if you have some higher goals of this happens, that happens, it can be a little bit slow during this period. But no, don't give up because Mercury is getting into the right place. Whenever the second house lord and the 11th house lord goes into the seventh house, there is going to be big status shift. There's going to be some kind of very big status that you get during this period. Just imagine, I know it's a maraka, okay, but whenever there will be dual signs, like for example, uh, Jupiter, Mercury is ruling the second and the 11th house, so dui maraka na marak. So that means here it is no longer any kind of maraka. Uh, yes, but Saturn is a maraka for you. So you have to be careful because of Saturn. Saturn is in Mool Trikon right now, in its own seventh house. That is where the challenge lies. But anyways, you're talking about Mercury in Aquarius. Mercury, this is a very good sign for Mercury to come into. Okay, work wise, there's going to be some very good news that you will get. Research based projects, if you're trying to do any kind of research, very, very good. Especially in partnerships, you're trying to achieve something or get something in partnerships, one of the best period for you in partnerships to make some kind of partnership agreements or partnership deals. So very positive. Later, Moon enters into the 12th house in its own house. Now any kind of expenses that you are trying to do or any kind of investments in long term that you're trying to do, you can go ahead because the second house lord, the 11th house lord, is in a good position, aspecting the ascendant. So you will be making the right choice. Especially Moon being in the 12th house is comfortable because it is its own house. So it will try to protect it. And this is also the sign when Mars is putting in and seventh aspect here. Okay, so Mars putting seventh aspect here means it is a debilitated aspect. Moon becomes little bit weaker here because of this Mars and Venus aspect, but the positivity is that here Mars is Yoga Karka, so Mars is not going to do too much damage to you. Okay, expenses can happen. This is for sure that Leo ascendant people are doing expenses. Incoming is less because of Ketu in the second house, right? So incoming is less this year, but still you are going to be in a comfortable position. Then Moon enters into Leo. This is another good news that you will get some from foreign country, maybe some kind of foreign investment, maybe some kind of monetary benefits, maybe some kind of you know some kind of effort that you had put in the past. Now it is a time to reap benefits, reap fruits out of it, because you see the power of moon right now. Jupiter aspecting moon, all the three planets, Sun, Mercury, Saturn, all aspecting moon, Mars aspecting the eight. So other than Venus, everyone is aspecting moon. So that means moon is in complete spotlight at the moment. Here, make the best use of this spotlight. You can also come into spotlight for good, very nice things. Make sure that ethical practice is conducted, and you will get the best results in life. And there is a WhatsApp link in the description. You can go there, click on it for personal appointment, as well as for what Rohitji is trying to communicate. That also you can do by clicking on that WhatsApp link.
Because now for the moment spotlight is on this astrology for beginners course. Yes, on the demand, on your mails, WhatsApp messages, in live, every time you say, Akash ji, we want to learn, but Akash ji was busy. But now from 9th of March, again one initiative to make you learn the astrology sitting at home. And the only what you have to do is send your details on the WhatsApp, or the mail ID. Team will contact you, brief you everything about this class, timings, content, and then you can be part of this class. Enrollment is already started, and the first class is 9th March.
Yes, Rohitji. Moving on to Virgo ascendant. When we talk about Virgo ascendant, Moon is the lord of the 11th house and sitting 10th from itself. So that what does it mean? It means status loss, loss of status in your social settings, loss of status through your unexpected goals, that you must have committed some kind of goals which you were able to, or maybe wanted to complete, but this is not the right time. You may face a little bit of backlash here, that oh, what you said that you will do it, it's not happening. So little bit of less morale during the beginning of the week. But as soon as 20th happens, here the Lagna Lords go in the sixth house. It is not very very positive placement for Lagna Lord, but there is one positivity here. That positivity is that if there is any kind of health problems that you are going through, if there is any kind of problem related to your debts that you're not able to receive, your money that is stuck somewhere through enemies, you are going to get some kind of benefit here. So that is a positive news. After that, Mercury in the sixth house here also makes you a little bit maybe what we say connected or more communicative in your work area. So in the work area you may shine during this time, because see, it is the 10th house lord also in the sixth house. Whenever 10th house and sixth house will have any kind of combination, there will be some kind of progress in the work area. So Mercury is making a positive move, and sitting with the dispositor and the king sun is going to be more beneficial for everyone. Later, Moon enters into the 11th house. Moon enters here. Mercury, even being Moon being a little bit of challenge with Mercury, it has given the 11th house, the house of gains, to Moon. What can you expect here? You can expect very good news related to some gains. Some beautiful gains are coming your way. Some amazing gains are coming your way, and that will be especially because the Lagna Lord is in the sixth house, so it will be coming through work area. There will be something from the work where you get some kind of good news. Let's hope for the best, and if you get good news, do comment below and let us know that yes, there was something which I was trying to achieve in my work area, some goal which was not getting completed. Now it is complete. Then Moon enters into the 12th house, Leo. Now, here, foreign goals, anything that people you are trying for, foreign country, visa, education, any kind of foreign, any kind of thing related to long distance. If you are trying to achieve something, yes, you're going to get something very very good. In fact, marriage wise also, if you see the aspect of Mars is on the 12th house as well, because of the eighth aspect. So if you're doing any research for some woman or some man that I want to get married, this is also the right time. Moon in the 12th house is more positive than Moon in the 11th house here, because of the aspect of Jupiter, aspect of Saturn, aspect of Mercury, aspect of Sun, aspect of Mars. So every planet in the solar system except Venus is aspecting Moon. It is one of the best thing to happen. So if you want to get some good news from a foreign country, this is the right time to push, and you will get some very good news. Moon in Leo, and especially Leo, the dispositor, is making a Viprit Rajyog. So that means with little bit of struggle, you can gain too good during this time. That is what lies in your destiny at the moment. All the best. There is a WhatsApp link in the description. You can book personal appointments, as well as if you want to inquire about what Rohit is going to tell now, you can go and put it on the WhatsApp.
Yes, already have a good news from foreign country because Akashji in Canada, and good news from Canada that Akashji is starting again the astrology for beginners course. First, the batch starting from 9th March 2024, and you have to send your details on the mail ID or the WhatsApp number. And if you want to learn astrology sitting at home, if you, even if you don't know the ABC of astrology, you can enroll for this, and the enrollment is already started. So send your details, team will contact you and brief you further everything.
Yes, Rohit, thank you so much. Moving on to the best ascendant in the world, Libra ascendant. February 18th, Moon enters into Gemini. Now, Moon is the Lord, if you see, of the 10th house and going into the 12th from itself into the ninth house. So that means, sorry to say, some people might face job loss. Because, see, any kind of job loss that we want to see is from the ninth house only. Every house, remember, it's good, bad, and ugly. So the ugly part of ninth house is job losses. So some people may find some kind of problem like this, but very positively, very soon there's going to be good news, because here the dispositor of the ninth house exactly sits ninth from itself. The 12th house sits, sixth from itself. That means there is going to be some news related to your creativity, related to your education, related to your children. There can be some positive news that is going to come to you. Ninth house lord sitting ninth from itself, it means another beautiful thing is that there is going to be some kind of uh, good news from a foreign country. So if you are applying for some foreign places, or if you are a foreigner in a foreign country and trying to achieve some status, this is the time that your status can happen. Like all the people in US always discussing, when is my green card coming, this, that. I am all the borderline. If you are Libra ascendant, your green card may come during this week, because it is a very, very positive week. Very, very extremely positive. Like bigger goals that you are supposed to achieve, by end of the week there will be some very good news, and I'll tell you why. Because Mercury here in the fifth house also means that children, those who are trying for children, may conceive during this time. So it is a positive time for you, so you should try your best. All the best. Moon enters into Cancer. Now, Moon is the lord of the 10th house. In the 10th house, your job, if there, it might be in problem or trouble or struggle, this is the time that you go towards greatness, and maybe you apply for new jobs, or maybe in the current job, if you face some kind of backlash, here it is going to get repaired. Your status can get restored. You can get a lot of interviews, lot of good news in the work area, and that will be much positive for you during this time. Aspect of Venus, aspect of Mars is putting a debilitated aspect here. It's not bad, but because the dispositor of the 10th house is in the 10th house, very strong, so Mars cannot do anything. But still, we have to be careful in terms of health of the father. Okay, that is a little bit of concern during this time, but otherwise everything is very good. Later, Moon enters into Leo, into the 11th house. This is one of the most important placement and one of the biggest days, where Moon will receive the aspect of Jupiter, Saturn, Sun, Mercury, Mars. Everyone is going to aspect Moon. So that means Moon is in spotlight, completely spotlight in the 11th house, in its very good position, trying to make sure that if your bigger goals you are not able to achieve, you are going to achieve during this time. If there was any kind of problem in your work area in the beginning of the week, here you will be coming out as a shining star. If there is any problem related to networking, any kind of networking related problem, that where you're not able to network, or someone you're trying to catch from a long time, because they will prove very beneficial for you, this is the time to catch them. So overall, it's the end of the week is one of the most powerful end of the week in, like you will not get this time again in this year, because so many planets aspecting, not possible next time. So make the most use of the weekend, or the week, where you can make connections, where someone from your friend circle, social circle, may help you get up on that ladder. So all the best. Very, very, very positive week for you. The end of the week, starting 21st of February, very, very nice week for you. There's going to be a WhatsApp link in the description if you want to go for personal appointments. Even if you want to discuss about what Rohit ji is going to tell you can click on the WhatsApp.
Yes, you can. Astrology is such a subject that everyone is attracted towards this subject. And if you are such a person, you want to learn astrology from Akashji, different knowledge, not bookish knowledge, you can join his course starting from 9th of March 2024, Astrology for Beginners course. And what you have to do, you have to just send your details on the mail ID or the WhatsApp number. Team will contact you, brief you everything about course, timing, day, content, and you can be a part of that group. So hurry up, enrollment is already started.
Yes, Rohit ji. Moving on to Scorpio ascendant, when we talk about moon during the beginning of the week, moon will be entering into Gemini. And Gemini is the eighth house. Now, here, moon, if you see, is the ninth house lord. So that means from travel, if you're traveling from long distance, if you're traveling for pilgrimages, it will not be a comfortable one. Health of your father has to be number one priority because this is the house of loss of father. When the ninth house lord is sitting 12 from itself, the father has a little bit of challenge, or from father we hear some bad news, or from father we hear some health related concern we have. It does not matter that it will be only bad news. It can be a little bit of challenge to father, some kind of health problem. He's not well, he's sleeping, he's tired, stuff like that can happen. But on the other hand, your luck is not going to be working in your favor during the beginning of the week. So if there is something that you are only trying to achieve from your luck, you have to now work hard towards it. I know Mars is in the third house. You are working hard. There is a lot of adrenaline. You are a lot powerful, but still there is more required. Later, moon enters into the ninth house. When we talk about the ninth house lord into the ninth house, it is a very good time. But on that same time, on 20th of February, before moon enters into Cancer and becomes very powerful, Mercury is entering into the fourth house here. Now, 11th house lord in the fourth house, 8th house lord in the fourth house, anything related to inheritance, anything related to gain of inheritance, anything related to shared resources, any money from partnerships, any kind of thing that is related to something hidden, something very sudden that you're supposed to get, you will get some good news during this week. And especially sun being the representing father, Saturn representing your servants or your employees, those who are into any kind of business might get some kind of very good results from the business. There will be some hidden big contracts that you can sign, and that is what is happening. Moon getting into the ninth house on 21st of February, make sure that your destiny will be at peak. It will be very, very awesome. It will be running in the right way. And it is not only this destiny running in the right way, it is the health of father getting restored. Some benefit from father, some kind of communication with father if it was stopped for a longer period. Then moving on, this is one of the best time of the week and mostly of the year. If you see, it is not possible to get so many aspects together at the same time on moon. Venus, sorry, Mars as eighth aspect moon, Jupiter seventh aspect, sun seventh aspect, what you say, Mercury seventh aspect, Jupiter fifth aspect. What do you need more? The moon is in so much power at the moment, and your career wise you are in so much power that you can make the right choice, right decision. Or maybe in business expansion, if you want to do something really good, this is one of the best ever time for Scorpio ascendant people. This is one of the most important time in terms of taking major decisions in your life that is related to your long term goals in your career. See, because as soon as this period ends, okay, this is a very small window. Sometimes that lottery or that kind of good luck, we just have that moment. And there has been instances with me also where I say, oh, why is this person not calling me? And suddenly they calls you, and then I say, oh, I should have wished for $1 million right now. That is this wish, this 2 days where you wish for the most important thing that you want to achieve. You will get it, man. It's not like not that moment, but yes, that seed will be put in the right time. That seed, the birth on the right time, right minute is very important. So the birth should happen of your thought, of your idea during this period. But there is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. You can go there, have your chart read by me. If you want, you can contact Samantha. She will be on the WhatsApp and she will help you, guide you through the process. This is another good news that is coming, and for this, that you can use the same WhatsApp link in the description. Rohit ji, off to you.
Yes, and the right time for the people who want to learn this divine science, astrology. If you are one of those, then good news for you also, because from 9th of March, not very much days remaining, from 9th of March, astrology for beginners course is being started by Akashji. Enrollment is already started. Only 30 people will be in the batch, because last time also we have this problem when we got so many enrollments and we stopped that at that time. So that people can also again apply for that. Mail ID and WhatsApp number is here. Just send your details, team will contact you, brief you everything about these classes. So have a good time with Akash ji.
Yes, Rohit ji. Last time when I was doing the course, there was a lot of question answers. You were in the course, you know how it is. So it is a little bit challenging, but I think
So many people are disappointed. I see the mails and WhatsApp that, oh sir, why can't we the part of this? Because already we have a 30 people in batch, and they can also join now, they can
let's
enroll
see.
now.
Let's see how many. Like there are already seven enrollments now from what we just put it. So I think this will give more enrollments, and 30 or 40 people is okay because that is the number of questions, 30 to 40, that we can take during a class. Not more than that,
Hmm.
because the class is 1.5 hours, and then after that there is 30 minutes of question answers. So it takes.
Hmm.
Okay, moving on to Sagittarius. Here, your Lord, that means when we talk about Moon, Moon is the Lord of the eighth house and getting 12th from itself. So, what does this mean? It means losses from partnerships, losses from shared resources. The research that you have done or you apply will not be giving you very prominent results. So, if you can wait for 2 days or 3 days to finalize your research, or communicate something, or in partnerships you have to be very careful during this time. There can be losses from partnership. There can be someone who can cheat you. There can be someone who can steal your money, or you might lose some money during this time. We don't want any such thing to happen. Because the eighth house lord is sitting 12th from itself, suddenly accidents or suddenly health problem, immediate like sudden health problems can also happen. So we have to be careful during this time. Later on, Mercury is entering into the third house, the lord of communication. Okay, the lord of Kendra is in the third house of hardship. So that means the harder you communicate, the more you communicate, the more you want to write things, the more you want to keep your everything black and white. It is very important, and this is the time that your courage, your efforts, everything will be recognized by everyone, because Kendra Lord is in the third house. Efforts mostly, what happens is that we keep putting effort, but we are not valued for the effort that we have done. This is the time that your value really comes in the area. People will be talking about your value that you have put in the uh, and if any kind of competition, any, sixth house is the house of competition, right? But when we see the 10th from the sixth, it is the third house. So, Rohiji, any kind of status, any kind of results after the competition, you get it from the third house. So, from your courage, from your investment, from your communication that you have done, because for any competition, you go, you write, you read, you do any kind of stuff, and then come back. So, it is all the third house. So, all the best. There's going to be some good news. Later, Moon enters into Cancer. Now, Moon is the owner of the eighth house in the eighth house. Here, it does not mean that it is going to be bad. It does not mean it's going to be good. It's going to be very neutral, especially because Moon is receiving the seventh aspect of Mars. Whenever Moon gets seventh aspect of Mars, an aspect of Mars, and debilitated aspect of Mars, it is not so powerful. Moon is not in a very good position here. That's why Moon can have little bit of trouble related to, there can be little bit sudden accidents or small kind of damages to your car or fixed assets. There may be some kind of expenses that you will find during this time. So you have to be careful. On the other hand, if there was some kind of problem through partnerships, or the gains that you were expecting. See, everything depends on Adasha, Antardasha, and current planetary placements in your chart. This is very generic. This is what is happening for overall for everyone in the world. But for you specifically, if you're going through Rahu and if you're going through Saturn Dasha, does not even matter what Moon is doing. It will put a very little aspect in your life. But if you're going through Moon Dasha and Mercury Dasha, this is going to be intense for you this week. That is what how it works, or vice versa. So Moon in the eighth house gains from partnership. Moon in the seventh house in the beginning losses from partnership. So it depends on what dasha and antardasha you're going on, and you will face that same kind of result. Later, Mercury 20, the February 23rd is the one of the best time for you because Moon enters into the ninth house. Any big decisions that you want to take, your destiny will be completely in your favor. Your research will be right. Your ideas, your judgment will be correct. You are receiving aspect of, fifth aspect of Jupiter, creativity crazy. You're getting aspect of Sun, you're getting aspect of Mercury, you're getting aspect of Jupiter or Saturn, you're getting aspect of Mars. Everyone is looking towards Moon. That means Moon is at complete full power during the end of the week. So during this time, your destiny will be at full power. You will be destructive, you will be constructive, you will be you'll be like crazy energy that you will get during the end of the week. So if you are aiming or goaling for some kind of big thing in your life, this is the date, 23rd of February. Amazing date. uh, Big decisions, company registrations, anything related to where you want to use your destiny, use this date. It is one of the most auspicious day that you can expect. One day, superb. And Moon getting into the house of the king, in progression from the eighth house. So sudden hidden gains you can achieve during this time. There is a WhatsApp link in the description. If you want your chart to be read by me, you can contact and we can discuss. Also, the course that Rohit ji is going to explain, you can go on WhatsApp and also discuss about the course there with Samantha. She will help you and guide you through the process. But Rohit ji, you can go on.
Yes, like a hidden gain, there is a hidden knowledge also that is called astrology. And astrology for beginners course starting from 9th March. And there is an opportunity to learn astrology directly from Akashji. And you are anywhere in this world. You can just sit at your home, learn astrology, batch starting from 9th March, but enrollment already started as Akashji tell that lots of inquiries are coming. So you can send your inquiry and ask everything about this course. Enroll yourself on this mail ID or the WhatsApp number. Team will contact you, brief you everything about this course.
Yes, Rohitji, all the best. Here, moving on to Capricorn Ascendant people. When we talk about Capricorn Ascendant, here the Lagna is true preoccupied. Okay, Rohitji, it is already have three planets, Mercury, but it's going to be a very different kind of week. Now, let's talk about the Moon. Moon is entering into Gemini on 18th of February. Okay, Moon will be in Gemini. Here, Moon is not in a very good position. Losses in partnerships, losses through some kind of things related to husband wife. There can be some kind of misunderstanding, quarrels and things like that between them. But on the other hand, there is one good possibility, and that possibility is related to any kind of enemies. If there are any hidden enemies that are there because of the light of the moon, they will come out and you will see that, oh, these were my hidden enemies, they were not my well wishers, they were thinking wrong about me. And that is what you can see during this time. Now, another thing that is going to happen on the 20th of February is, oh, during this time, one more thing, Moon in Gemini, don't take any loans. Don't take any loan from your partners because that can be the seed for your destruction. So don't take any kind of money from anyone. Just wait. Later, Mercury enters into Aquarius. Now Mercury enters into the second house of wealth. Second house of, constructive wealth, or the wealth that is fixed in your bank account. Here, Mercury is the lord of the ninth house in the second house. So you will gain now. Your wealth, your bank balance is going to increase. Especially Sun and Mool Trikon Saturn here. Saturn gives everything slow, but this year is the year of Saturn, and Saturn has become very fast for you. You will start gaining wealth. There's going to be some good wealth that is going to come your way. Amazing time for Capricorn ascendant people, especially one of the best ascendants I feel after my daughter is born. I cannot go anywhere. Rohit ji also is Capricorn ascendant and whatnot. But yes, it is very good time in reality. It is very good time. Your Yoga Karka planet, Venus, is sitting in your Lagna. That means you will be yourself making right decisions, going to the right area, getting the right knowledge. giving right knowledge to the world. So very good time for Capricorn ascendant people. Mercury in the second house restores your wealth if it was gone somewhere. Second, Moon enters into Cancer. Now, the Lord of the seventh house. Who's the Lord of the seventh house? The Lord of the seventh house is the one who gives you status in the life. Okay, so as soon as you get married, you become a husband. As soon you become a business partner or business, you become a business partner, a managing director, a employee, a senior manager, a this and that. Everything is tenth from the tenth. That means tenth house from the tenth, and the tenth house Lord is aspecting here. What can you expect? You can expect some kind of status in your life. That means some promotion, something that you were trying to achieve. You maybe you not get it during this period, but you will get one step closer towards that goal in your life. Some people who are going through very intense dasha of moon or Venus and moon or Mars and moon, here you can even achieve that kind of status. So all the best. It's very 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 positive for Capricorn ascendant people. Moving on, moon enters into Leo. Now, Moon enters into Leo. This is not a very good placement for Moon in the eighth house, but anything hidden, anything that you are trying to achieve from your partnership, or anything that you require that partner should submit towards you, or anything that is eighth house is also the house of spirituality, occult. Eighth house is the house where we see anything related to accidents also, pain also, trouble also. Here, all the pain, trouble is going to be in positive way going away from your life. Why? Jupiter aspecting Moon, Mars aspecting Moon, uh, Sun aspecting Moon, Saturn aspecting Moon, Mercury aspecting Moon. What do you need? Except Venus, everyone is aspecting Moon, and Venus is in Mool Trikon. Like we mean, Venus is the most yoga karka here. It is sitting in the house of its friend. So it is like it was gold, and now that gold has a platinum plating on it. Like platinum and gold are coming together to you. That kind of yoga is this week. This is one of the most positive week that you can expect in whole of the year, when moon receives so many aspects. So if anything really big related to inheritance, related to investments, related to property, related to some kind of knowledge that you want to gain, related to some kind of research that you want to do, very positive time for you. You should put a seed during this time to start something new in your life. Maybe you want to be a YouTuber, start your YouTube channel. Maybe you want to register a company, register a company. Maybe you want to register a name of a company or find a name of a company, find it. Maybe you want to put your idea in the universe that I want to do some this kind of startup, do it. This is the right time for you. All the best, man. There is WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. Go there. Make sure that if you want to get your chart read, you can contact Samantha and she will help you get through me. And have a very blissful week. I'm very happy for Capricorn ascendant people. All the best, man. Rohitji, all the best to you too.
So this information is for all the family members of AC Astro, those who are new to AC Astro, that astrology for business course we are going to start from 9th of March, and this is for all one who just don't know anything about astrology, and this is an opportunity to learn from Akash ji. Send your details or contact on this mail ID or WhatsApp number. Team will contact you and brief you everything, every detail about this class, timing, everything.
Yes, Rohitji. Moving on to Aquarius ascendant. Here, when we talk about Aquarius ascendant people, Moon will enter into Gemini, and Gemini is the fifth house for them. Moon is the sixth house lord in the fifth house. So, health wise, some trouble. Whenever, remember, this is a thumb rule of astrology. Whenever any lord, Bhavat Bhavam, that means house from the house. It means that whenever the 12th, any planet sits 12th from itself, it will create some kind of trouble to you. It will create some kind of trouble. Only anything related to foreign education, that you were looking for debt or some kind of thing related to more money coming your way, yes, you will get some positive news. Otherwise, any time the 12th house lord, any planet sitting 12th from itself will bring trouble of that house from where it belongs. So here moon belongs to the sixth house. That means trouble from enemies, lot of debt that you can take. That is positive. If for education, yes, good. If for kids, good. But trouble through enemies is also seen. That means enemies from where? From your workplace. So you have to be careful. Don't do gossip mongering. Only be very ethical in terms of going to the work, doing the work, and coming back. Don't talk anything about anyone in the work area, because that can be a challenge for you. Later, Mercury enters into the Lagna, into the sign of Aquarius. Now, Mercury, look at the lordship of Mercury here. It is the lord of the fifth house and the eighth house. That means it gives all the research based abilities to you and also creativity for you. It is coming in the house of Saturn. Saturn is very positive. Saturn is a very good friend of Mercury. Saturn has very high regards for Mercury, for his ethical behavior. That's why Mercury is very comfortable in this house. That your total focus during this time should be on your communication, should be on your how you present yourself in front of other people. This is what is more important. All three aspecting the seventh house, you have to be careful in terms of your relationships. There can be some kind of communication problem in the relationship, but because Mercury is good, you may be able to come out of it, but still we need to be careful. If you're going through some kind of very difficult period, yeah, Mercury and Moon, okay, in your birth chart right now, your dasha and antardasha is that there can be some challenge in that area, but overall very positive time for you, because Mercury is very very good. The fifth house lord in the Lagna, whenever they will both make a combination, there will be some wealth that you can expect suddenly, because the eighth house lord is also in the Lagna. Now Moon enters into the sixth house. See, Moon has been given sixth house here by Saturn. Now this is the Mool Trikon sign of Saturn, and when we talk about Saturn, for one of the signs, it is a Maraka. For the other of the sign, like for Capricorn, it is a Maraka. For Aquarius, it is the sixth house lord. That means it rules the health. Now, when the lord of the sixth house comes into the sixth house, here the health can improve, the financials can improve. Enemies who are trying to trouble you might not be able to face you, because Mars is also aspecting this house. Mars is giving too much strength to Moon. You can gain some kind of wealth through your workplace, through your business. If you're into any kind of business, very good. If you're any kind of IT business, very very good, extremely good for you. This is the right time. You can get some new contracts, some kind of signings, some kind of uh, you know um, very good news related to your workplace. But same way, you have to be in discipline, because understand, this is the chart of this is the whole chart of Saturn. And the success of Aquarius and Capricorn people just relies on their discipline. There is no other mantra for them. Discipline is the mantra. Like for Venus, luxury is the mantra. For Saturn, discipline is the mantra. For Sun, self-respect is the mantra. For Mercury, communication is the mantra. So for this chart, especially your discipline, if your sixth house is the house of discipline, if you're a disciplined approach, if you are doing everything on time required by the nature of law, 100% you will get some benefit out of it. Later, Moon enters into the seventh house, making sure that some kind of gains from partnership, some kind of new partner. If you were in any kind of court battle or any kind of thing related to court cases, this is the time you will get some very good results. If in partnership you are in love life and things like that, where you want to get your love life now finalized, the best day to propose someone is 23rd of February. I know 14th of February we say. See, 4 plus 1 is 5, 3 plus 2 is also 5. So it is also that same energy that you're gonna get. But this energy is so special. Jupiter aspecting, the third house. From third house, it is aspecting the seventh house on Moon. Sun aspecting Moon, Saturn aspecting Moon, Mercury aspecting Moon, Mars aspecting Moon. What do you need more? This is one of the most powerful placement of Moon that can ever happen by receiving so many aspects. It is one in a lifetime opportunity that you will get. 23rd of Feb till 25th of Feb. Make the most of it. If there is any bigger communication you want to do to finalize your relationship, fine. Oh, not only relationship or propose, partnerships. If partnership is where you want to finalize partnerships or finalize sign papers, very extremely good time for you. So I think that many Aquarius people will comment below saying that I proposed, she said yes, very happy, this, that. I will want to hear this. All the best, man. February 23rd to 25th is one of the most best time of the year. There is very, very less times like this when Moon gets so many aspects and so many positive aspects. So all the best. All the best means like completely all the best. There is going to be some very big gains that has been waiting. Seventh house is also the house of status. If you are waiting for some status revival, something where you said that, I am not getting what I deserve. This is the time that you can get what you deserve. So all the best. All depends on your dasha and antardasha, man. It is not, nothing happens without your dasha and antardasha. All the best and take care. Have fun. Do comment below and let us know that how this week was. By end of the week, note it down that you have to comment so that we can understand your week in much better way. All the best, Luigi. There is a WhatsApp link in the description, by the way. If you want to get a personal reading one-on-one with me, this is how you go. Also, for this course, which Rohit is going to tell you, there is a WhatsApp link in the description.
And the good time for those people is approaching, those who want to connect themselves with astrology. Astrology for beginners course starting from 9th March onwards, and you can enroll yourself for this course just contacting on this mail ID or the WhatsApp number given in the plate. You just contact, team will contact you, and enrollment is already started, and the limited number of students in one batch we will try to keep. So enroll yourself, team will brief you everything when you will contact on these details.
Yes, Rohit. Moving on to Pisces ascendant, the most beautiful ascendant ever because it is ruled by Jupiter. Lot of wisdom oriented people. So for Pisces ascendant, the food that you should always consume is wisdom, is books. You should always be keeping reading books. Try to increase your knowledge. That is what Pisces ascendant people's life path should be. Now here, Moon is into Gemini. So Moon, if you see here, it is the fifth house lord. Now, fifth house lord is exactly 12th from itself. So you may hear some kind of losses through your kids, some kind of trouble with your kids, some kind of losses in relationships, like there'll be breakups that can happen during this time. Some kind of even creativity, like the creative effort that you have put might not be giving you the best results that you are trying to achieve. But it is very temporary. The position of moon, the movement of moon is very temporary, and it's not going to affect you at a very larger level. Only if you're going through dasha and antardasha of moon, it is too fluctuating. Moon is very fluctuating. But good news happens is as soon as this week starts, February 20, Mercury enters into Aquarius. Now Mercury entering into Aquarius, into the 12th house, where Saturn is sitting, spirituality is very good bliss that you're getting internally. You will go in, there will be a very good communication with you and your soul during this time. It is not all about only wealth, right? Wealth is being taken care of by Jupiter. Jupiter is sitting in your second house. Your wealth is increasing. In your 11th house, Mars is exalted, giving you wealth. Huh? So there are very good wealth indicators, but also with wealth, that spiritual bliss, that spiritual blessing, that charity, that humanity, everything is also required. And here Mercury gives you that. The Lagna or the Kendra Lord in the 12th house can create you some kind of very blissful spiritual awakening in your life. It also means that for travel, especially to meet your parents or to meet your spouse, if you are in a long distance country, or if you want your spouse to come to you, near you, or your mother to come visit you, this is the right period. So either traveling back or either let them traveling to you. These are the both very good times for you where you can expect. Yeah, there will be expenses for sure. Remember this, there will be expenses, but that will be very pleasant expenses. Without expenses we cannot live, right? So as we are sitting right now, everything is expenses. You are watching something, your data is going, your light is on, your fan is on, your AC, air conditioner, heating, everything is money around us. Everything is just ticking. We don't consider these things, but these are important. Every time we are just spending something. So this is the kind of thing that is going to happen, but it is going to be on a pleasant side. Then Moon enters into Cancer. The fifth house lord in the fifth house, very positive news for wealth again, because it is also aspecting the 11th house. So your bigger goals and things like that will be achieved. It is getting aspected by Mars. Here, a little bit aggressive towards the kids or towards your loved ones should be avoided, because Mars has this tendency when it puts a debilitated aspect that you can be a little bit aggressive towards your kids or your loved ones or your wife or your girlfriend or boyfriend. Be a little bit calm. Moon is an emotional planet. It needs a lot of emotion. Possessiveness comes during this time. So don't be extra possessive. Everyone has the right to live their own life. Then moon enters into the sixth house. Any kind of thing related to loans, any kind of thing related to workplace, any kind of thing related to enemies trying to trouble you, this is not the time that they will be able to dare to come near you. Moon here is so positive. It is receiving the aspect of Jupiter, aspect of Saturn, aspect of Mercury, aspect of Sun, aspect of Mars. What do you need more? This is like one of the best placement of moon, and related to sixth house. No enemy will be able to face you. If there are enemies that were trying to destroy you, they will get destroyed. If there were someone who were trying to not give you, or you were applying for some kind of loan, some kind of some kind of thing related to your debt that you want to, in positive thing you want to take to buy a house or stuff like that, very good time for you. You were thinking of traveling to a foreign country. The moon is, after receiving all this aspect, moon is looking in the 12th house. So that means anything related to foreign connection for your work is going to happen. 23rd of February till 25th of February is one of the best ever time that you will see during this year, on basis of moon, because moon is receiving such beautiful good aspects that, oh, it I think it demands for a complete different kind of video only. I know we have spoken a lot about it, but it is going to be one of the best period for you. Make the most use of it. Don't see, be disciplined. Okay, discipline is important because Saturn is aspecting moon. Okay, so discipline is important, but more than discipline, your luck will be completely in your favor. All the best. If you want to take any decision related of borrowing any kind of money, this is the right time. You workplace, if you want to start a business, if you want to finalize names, if you want to register something, if you want to do expenses related to business or starting something, very positive time for you, very positive time for you. All the best, go ahead, make the right decisions. If you want to make bigger decisions in life, then I am always there. WhatsApp link is in the description for personal appointments. You can see your chart and we can guide that what kind of area you should be focusing on more. All the best. There's do subscribe, that is more important, and Rohit ji has some good news for you, so all the best.
Yes, good news is for the people who want to learn astrology from very beginning. See, lots of people are, teaching astrology, but I know because last time I was also part of this course when Akashji was teaching. He teaches you with, presentation. Especially he devote lots of time for making these presentations because he know that one who is coming to him for learning astrology is very beginner. He don't know anything. So this is where you will, you know have a best teacher, what I can say, because I also was a part of that classes. So if you want to learn astrology, this is a golden opportunity. Classes starting from 9th of March. Enrollment already started. So be a part of this group, be a part of this AC Astro family who is learning astrology from Akash ji. Just send your details on the mail ID or the WhatsApp number, and you will have a divine knowledge from a divine person. Thank you.
Thank you, Rohit ji, for all this. Very great of you to give these kind of kind words. Other than that, always you do the closing. Today I will do it. So all the best, everyone. May this week be very blissful for you also, Rohit ji, and for all the family members of AC Astro. Uh, uh, always make sure that astrology is just a way for you to get guided. Don't get fanatic over it. Some people are fanatic. Okay, I'm meeting this person, what time should I meet? No, God, it is all God's time, everything is good, but make sure that your approach is very positive and right, and your intentions are right. If your intentions are good, you will get everything you deserve in life. All the best, and we will see you in some other video. The next video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Lakshmi, Om Namah Shivaya.